Welcome to this deep dive of the Quiet Footnote. Today we're unpacking Anodea Judith's truly influential book, Eastern Body, Western Mind. Now, this isn't just a book you read. It feels more like a mental upgrade, almost. Judith audaciously fuses ancient Eastern chakra wisdom with modern Western psychology. It offers this powerful new roadmap for understanding and, well, healing ourselves. What's particularly striking, I think, is how immensely relevant its insights feel right now. Decades after it first came out, it almost feels prophetic. It speaks so directly to everything from our personal anxieties to, these vast global challenges that often leave us feeling untethered. To help us navigate this fascinating and profound material, we have our expert guide with us today, ready to explore this synthesis.
Absolutely, yeah. When we talk about Anodea Judith's work, we really have to start with her core vision. That defines her unique contribution, doesn't it? She doesn't just sort of dabble in Eastern philosophy. She stands firmly at the crossroads. And she proposes that the chakra system is far more than just a mystical concept. For her, it's actually a profound map of our psychological developmental stages, each chakra embodying both specific wounds and potentials. So from our earliest childhood attachments right through to our adult struggles with personal power, she meticulously connects our inner emotional landscape, our shame, our guilt, our capacity for love, expression directly to these energetic centers. It's quite a bold proposition, really, suggesting that if figures like, say, Freud and Jung had maybe incorporated meditation practices from India, therapy might have ended up being profoundly chakra-based, fully integrating the body's subtle energy, that unseen vital force so many traditions talk about, into healing in a way Western psychology has largely well overlooked.
That's such a powerful hypothetical, wow. And it perfectly highlights this very real chasm that Judith clearly aimed to bridge. For a long time, Western psychology, while scientific, analytical, it could often feel quite disembodied, couldn't it?
Yeah, it focused on the mind.
Yeah, it focused on the mind, our thoughts, sometimes at the expense of our physical experience. And then on the other side, you have Eastern spirituality with its emphasis on embodiment, seeing the body as central. But that was frequently dismissed as, unscientific or ooh-woo. So how did Judith frame this critical inquiry, this sort of guiding question that really gets to the heart of her work?
Well, she essentially asked, what if the chakra system isn't just a mystical map, but also a psychological one?
Yeah.
Like a developmental blueprint that explains how childhood wounds shape adult struggles, and importantly, how healing can restore wholeness. This book then acts as this crucial bridge. It's like a language for integration that I think modern healers, coaches, and really anyone on a path of self-discovery desperately needs. It makes psychology feel less dry, maybe less abstract, and spirituality less sort of ungrounded or floaty. It gives us a framework to truly link our psychological landscape with our energetic being.
It's clear she wasn't just content with bridging two worlds, though. She also, quite bravely, challenged the status quo within both psychology and spirituality. What are some of the key myths or misconceptions about healing and self-understanding that she really aimed to debunk?
Oh, she certainly did. And she tackles these common misconceptions head on, presenting them with striking clarity. First, there's myth one. Chakras are purely mystical, sort of ethereal spinning wheels with no real psychological grounding.
Right, the woo-woo label again?
Exactly. Judith effectively debunks this by making them psychologically credible. She maps each chakra to specific childhood developmental stages. For instance, the root chakra aligns with infancy, connecting directly to our earliest needs for safety, trust, and that sense of belonging. This transforms them from just esoteric symbols into vital psychological landmarks for personal growth. Then she addresses myth two. Trauma is solely mental and can be fixed primarily through, intellectualizing or just talking about it.
The talk therapy fixes everything idea.
Right. And long before it became a mainstream concept, Judith vividly showed that trauma isn't just stored in our minds. It's profoundly in the body and its subtle energy system.
Okay.
Which means healing often requires embodied approaches. You can't simply talk your way out of a body-level wound. You have to engage the body's own wisdom, too. She also firmly challenges myth three. Spirituality means transcending or escaping the body.
Yeah, getting away from the messy human stuff.
Precisely. Judith actively refutes what she calls spiritual bypassing, which is basically using spiritual ideas to avoid dealing with emotional issues. She insists that true spirituality is about full embodiment. As she puts it so powerfully, the body is the vehicle of consciousness. We don't escape the body. We truly inhabit it, making it a sacred vessel for our experience. And here's another really significant one, myth four. Love is simply an emotion, like just a feeling.
Oh, interesting. How does she redefine it?
She redefines the heart chakra not just as the source of a fleeting feeling, but as structural.
Structural.
Yeah, it's the essential balance point, the crucial bridge between the lower chakras dealing with matter, our survival, sex, power, and the upper chakras dealing with spirit communication, intuition, connection to the divine. Without the heart's integrating function, the entire system, both personal and collective, risks fracturing.
Wow. Okay. That's a big one.
It is. And finally, she tackles myth 5. Healing is about fixing what's broken within ourselves.
The idea that we're fundamentally flawed.
Exactly. Judith reframes this entirely. She states, we are not broken, we are patterned.
I like that.
Healing, then, isn't about eradicating parts of ourselves or trying to achieve some kind of ideal perfection. It's about harmonizing and integrating these patterns. It's about achieving coherence, finding balance between, say, excess and deficiency in our energetic and psychological makeup.
That reframing, we are not broken, we are patterned. That feels so much more compassionate, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And empowering.
Absolutely.
It immediately shifts the perspective from pathology to potential. So how does she then structure the book to guide us through this understanding, layering the psychology, the trauma theory, the practices for each chakra?
It's really a masterclass in synthesis. She moves so systematically from the most grounded, fundamental aspects of self right up to the most expansive. Let's maybe walk through a few of those key chakras just to give you a clearer picture of how she constructs this map.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay, so for the root chakra, Muladhara, the ground of being, she examines the developmental period from birth to about 1 year old. The core psychological themes here are fundamental trust, survival, safety, and our sense of belonging. Really basic stuff.
Yeah. The foundations.
Exactly. Wounds can arise from early neglect, abandonment, or maybe living in unstable homes. These things can leave a lasting imprint on our nervous system. The profound lesson here is that without a foundational sense of safety, everything else in life feels wobbly. Our very being needs to feel anchored.
Makes sense.
And she offers practices like grounding exercises, simple but powerful things like walking barefoot or consciously breathing deeply into the feet. Affirmations like, I am safe, I belong, become really potent tools. As Judith keenly observes, when the ground is shaky, every step is tentative. That really hits home, doesn't it?
It really does. You feel that physically.
Mm-hmm. Moving up, the solar plexus chakra, Manipura, ignites the fire of will. This typically develops between, say, 2 and 4 years old. This chakra is all about our burgeoning autonomy, our self-esteem, our personal power, our capacity to act in the world.
Okay, finding our right.
Yes. Common wounds here often stem from maybe overly controlling parents, public humiliation, or just a consistent lack of encouragement. All things that can severely stifle a child's emerging sense of self. The lesson is abundantly clear. A healthy, robust ego strength is absolutely necessary for true empowerment. Her quote here, for me, this one truly hit hardest emotionally. It reveals such deep insight into how early humiliation can shape lifelong struggles with confidence. Shame is the demon of the solar plexus. It whispers, you are not enough.
Oof. Yeah, that's powerful and painful.
It is, but it's a necessary truth to confront for healing, I think. And then the throat chakra, Vishuddha, the sound of truth. This develops around ages 7 to 12. The psychological themes here are all about communication, self-expression, authenticity, finding and speaking our unique voice.
Finding your voice.
Exactly. Wounds frequently come from being silenced, maybe experiencing ridicule when we try to speak our truth, or growing up surrounded by unspoken family secrets. You know, that old children should be seen and not heard mentality.
Ugh.
The lesson is that finding and courageously speaking one's truth is liberation itself. It's a vital act of self-affirmation. Practices she suggests include things like singing, chanting, free writing without judgment, or perhaps most powerfully, sharing unspoken truths in safe and supportive spaces. As she wisely notes, to speak is to let energy move. When truth is spoken, energy flows freely.
That idea that speaking is letting energy move, that's such a tangible concept, isn't it?
It really is.
It helps turn what might feel like just a vague, undifferentiated emotional blockage into something you can actually identify, like a specific energetic pathway that needs clearing. It's like having a map for our inner landscape, allowing us to, travel and heal rather than just being stuck in some abstract feeling. It's truly remarkable how Judith's ideas, first put to paper decades ago, feel not just relevant, but maybe even more urgent now.
Yeah, I agree.
Her framework provides such a powerful lens for understanding our world today, especially when we think about the rise of AI and, well, the global fractures we seem to be experiencing everywhere. Where do you see her framework being particularly prophetic in our current era.
It's quite remarkable, isn't it, how prescient her framework feels? If we connect this to the bigger picture, our world in 2025, it's like she anticipated so many of our modern anxieties.
How so?
Well, consider the root chakra in 2025. We're grappling with pervasive climate anxiety, right? Profound economic precarity, collective survival fears on a global scale.
Yeah, it feels very shaky.
Exactly. Judith would likely see these as symptoms of a massive collective root chakra wobble, a widespread feeling of insecurity, a lack of fundamental grounding that affects millions. Then, think about the solar plexus in 2025. Our relentless hustle culture, widespread burnout, the constant social media comparison.
Oh yeah, the comparison trap.
Judith would probably diagnose these as manifestations of a kind of global shame machine, eroding our personal power and self-worth, much like early childhood humiliation can stifle an emerging sense of self. We're collectively struggling with who we are and our place. And what about the third eye in 2025? We are drowning in this unprecedented flood of information.
Information overload, definitely.
Yeah, navigating the murky waters of AI deepfakes, often succumbing to tech addiction that completely outshouts our intuition. Our collective consciousness feels starved of wisdom, not just data. We're kind of losing the ability to discern truth from noise.
Yeah, that's a scary thought.
It is. And finally, the crown chakra in 2025. There's this rising tide of, well, nihilism perhaps, pervasive anxiety about AI's future, the climate crisis, a desperate search for meaning in an increasingly uncertain, fragmented world. This reflects a collective yearning for purpose and spiritual connection that feels increasingly elusive for many. Judith's profound insight here is key. The chakras are not only the architecture of the self, they are the architecture of the collective. What we heal in ourselves, we heal in the world. Wow.
It really brings it home, suggesting our personal work isn't just for ourselves. It actually contributes to a larger tapestry of healing.
That's a compelling point, that these chakra imbalances aren't just individual issues, but truly a diagnostic tool for our cultural challenges.
Exactly.
So this framework allows us to diagnose not just personal anxieties, but also maybe a deep cultural illness in the world around us. It offers this powerful map for collective healing, not just individual.
Precisely. So for you, our listener, to really internalize, maybe apply this wealth of knowledge, Judith distills her work into, let's say, 5 key principles for cultivating an embodied, balanced life.
Okay, what are they?
First, the body is the ground of consciousness. Simple, but profound. Healing doesn't happen just in the head. Trauma and energetic patterns live deeply in the body. To truly awaken and become whole, you have to embody your experience, not try to bypass it.
Right. Get into the body. Second, chakras are developmental maps, not mystical decorations. Each chakra isn't just an abstract symbol. It corresponds to a specific life stage, a set of psychological challenges, and vital energetic lessons. Understanding this map helps you decode where wounds might have formed and how to effectively heal them.
Oh, okay, practical maps.
Third, shame and silence are core wounds. Integration is the cure. Shame shrinks the self, particularly hitting that solar plexus, while silence suffocates the soul at the throat chakra. Healing requires actively releasing both and courageously reintegrating mind, body, and spirit.
Releasing and reintegrating. Makes sense.
Fourth, love is structural, not sentimental. The heart chakra isn't merely about romance or kindness. It's the essential fundamental bridge between matter and spirit, connecting the personal to the universal. Without its integrating power, the whole system, both within us and in our world, risks fragmentation.
That structural piece is key.
It really is. And fifth, healing is harmonizing. Not fixing, you're not broken, but rather a unique tapestry of patterns. The work is about balancing excess and deficiency, integrating opposites, and creating a free flow of energy and consciousness. Wholeness isn't perfection, it's about achieving a state of dynamic coherence and inner balance.
I really appreciate that last one. Harmonizing, not fixing. And if we were trying to distill this incredible book down into one sharp, actionable sentence, maybe it would be something like, Eastern body, Western mind is a roadmap for healing that braids the ancient chakra system with modern psychology, showing how our wounds become patterns in the body and how wholeness comes from integrating them into a balanced, embodied life.
That's a great summary. And the most empowering part, I think, is that you can actually begin to put these profound ideas into practice today. Right now, Judith emphasizes that healing is an everyday rhythm, not some big one-time event that you just finish.
Right, it's ongoing.
Exactly. So for the root chakra, for example, you could practice daily grounding rituals, like
Mhm.
consciously planting your feet firmly on the earth, maybe repeating simple affirmations like, I am safe, I belong.
Mhm.
For the sacral chakra, maybe try emotion journaling, just naming your feelings without judgment. Or engage in mindful movement, like dance, to connect with your body's natural flow.
Little things, but consistent.
Yes. For the throat chakra, practice giving voice to yourself in small, consistent ways. Maybe it's singing in the shower, free writing for 5 minutes without censoring, or speaking one small truth you might normally swallow in a safe conversation. For more integrative practices, you could try a full body scan meditation, consciously noticing sensations chakra by chakra. Or journal using the chakra lens, asking yourself, okay, which chakra feels activated right now? What's the underlying lesson here for me? It really transforms self-awareness into a powerful tool.
It's true. This isn't just theory to sort of intellectually ponder over. It's really a profound workbook for your life.
It is.
It gives you concrete steps, actionable insights to genuinely engage with your inner landscape, your energy, and your healing journey. What an incredible, truly transformative journey we've taken through Anodea Judith's Eastern Body, Western Mind.
It really is quite something.
It's such a powerful blend of ancient wisdom and modern insight, offering this profound framework for understanding ourselves, our patterns, and the very world we inhabit.
And I feel like beneath all of Judah's explicit teachings, there's this almost unheard message, a kind of whisper that resonates throughout the entire book that feels vital.
Exactly.
It's something like, you are not here to transcend your humanity. You are here to embody divinity through it. Every wound, every silence, every fracture is actually an opening to become more whole, and in becoming whole, you help heal the world. It's really a call to deeply embrace all of who you are, the light and the shadow.
That's such a beautiful and powerful thought to carry forward. Thank you. So we invite you, our listener, to maybe review your own life story through this chakra lens. As you reflect on your experiences, what patterns do you notice emerging from these different developmental stages? Where do your wounds perhaps lie, maybe still lingering? And importantly, where do your innate strength shine through, just waiting to be rediscovered and fully embodied? Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive. Carry these insights into your own life and let the journey of wholeness continue.